Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
And friend of the show, host of the Kyle Petty Show and the Strat Chat podcast, Kyle Petty.
Hi, hello.
We're back to talk Amazing Race, everybody. This is the Amazing Race 36, episode 8. That's what being strong will do. Look, we're going to give our full recap. We are going to do our thing, but I got to start off the top here, guys. I'm not happy. This is the first time I'm ever calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on the Amazing Race. If you love them or hate them, whatever. The Team Walla Walla got screwed. Justice for Team Walla Walla. The whole what kind of dumbass rule is that you have to stop if you lose your production? It's not like you're ducking your production. It's that they messed up. Well, we're talking about Mario Party references, right? The production guys are playing look away. You're supposed to look. They're going. What the fuck, man? I think that was bullshit. I'm not even a super fan guy, but I was very pro Team Wall. I think they played a pretty good game. You can talk about them helping people, getting help, whatever. But shame on you, CBS. Enough.
Okay. The fact that you're saying that we're playing look away actually makes me jump to the other side. Because there's a couple of layers to this whole situation, as we were saying before. I don't think they should be held responsible because the crew couldn't keep up. But there is a world that exists where Mama Walla was not driving correctly. Okay, when she made these decisions to go way off course, there was a lot of honking.
She was living her life a quarter mile at a time, dude. No, all right,
the traffic was like bong 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 bong, and she's like, ah! It was it was the wildest thing. So no wonder why the crew didn't want to, But now, should she be penalized for this? This is a race, this is what it does. But do you watch Family Guy?
Yeah, of course.
The amount of honking that came from her decision here, it reminded me of that cutaway where that woman is cutting across. She's like, "Good luck, everybody else!" Bang, 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 and it's she hits another truck and it explodes. That is what this was, and that's why the crew went the other way. Okay, but I don't think that should have put them in last place. It is not their responsibility to make decisions based on who can keep up. Right? It's a race.
You know why the production crew couldn't do what Team Walla Walla did in that roundabout? Family. Screwed, man. They get screwed. Yes, this is a Fast and Furious pun themed episode. Okay, you know why? Because she just rode off. I just felt like she should have, if they were going to screw her like that, they screwed him like they did. She should have kept driving, just like the end with Paul Walker driving off with the music and everything.
Oh, damn, she's CGI.
Yeah, whatever. It's just like, this is a Bo Dunk season in a lot of ways. This is a Bo Dunk leg. Let the bullshit place to have him driving around. It ain't nice.
This is why the season was held back. This is why. They didn't know what to do with this stuff.
There's probably a lawsuit. Team Walla Walla has probably been in a bitter legal battle, and I will be there for them for character witnesses if needed.
Yeah.
You can represent this page.
Family. All right. So let's actually go through everything. Obviously, everyone knows who lost this week. Brian, you want to go through the order of finish? Okay. We'll get there when we get to the end. We do land in Bridgetown, Barbados. Barbados, small island. It was something like 21 miles by 14-ish, something like that. That's like the numbers I was listening. 2 bridges in the entire country. Pretty wild. Or in the town. Even if it's in the town, that's still pretty wild. Route info was the Fairfield Blackrock. The teams left in 2 groupings of 2. Danny and Angie and the boyfriends kind of decide to leave together initially. Shout out to them. Those guys are a monster team, and we'll talk about it throughout this leg. But I think it's worth giving them an early shout out.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I think they watch sometimes, so salute.
Listen, I mean, Ricky and Caesar, hypothetically now, what it says 5 wins, 3 seconds. That look, if they
Absolute royalty.
they take another leg, even or even just end up winning. I mean, they can. Logan could appear, drop us some stats, let us know like if he would consider them GOAT status or what maybe achievement wise they'd have to do. Outside of say like winning multiple seasons, like that doesn't count. I'm not talking about that.
Right, that's not fair.
I wonder if people have won multiple seasons.
Something the people that come in our comment section will know.
They'll tell me. Okay, so it starts to rain. That actually I thought was actually pretty classic because putting those soft tarps are actually a pain in the ass.
I thought it was cool. It was nice to see like that like weather actually impacting teams.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rain. The city was like getting flooded. They were blocking off streets. Not that I like that Barbados got flooded, but it was interesting to have to deal with that real life scenario. Somehow the production crew was able to cross the floods and stuff. Couldn't do a roundabout. They've never been to New Jersey, obviously.
You know where the production went? They went to the #1 haircut place in Barbados. You remember that little plug? That was amazing. That guy was bald, by the way. I rewound that. I was like, that guy have hair? Sorry.
No, he's like,
place to get a haircut. It's like we never saw the name of the place they were at. Like
it was like in like a gas, like a parking attendant's like lot or like shack. But I mean, there's another thing in this episode that I want to bring up when we get there, but that was #1 on my out of 2 things that I thought was very, very funny.
I'm glad.
So you're talking about Barbados, Sweeney Todd.
I guess, yeah.
He listen, he's very literal, right? He's cutting your hair off. He's not a stylist. #1 hair cutter. He could cut all of your hair.
I don't even think he had facial hair either. Like, what was he getting cut?
Good at cutting hair.
Neck hair, back hair, eyebrows.
Hair is just being removed.
Yeah.
Roadblock was who wants to get a swing of things. So this was interesting. This was street tennis, which is basically just street pickleball. Like concrete blocks as your net. So there's no give on the net in this game. It hits the net, it's literally dropping down on you. You had to obviously pick one of the people to do this. What were your guys' thoughts?
I mean, these people were supposed to be experts. This looked like this game was in slow motion.
They definitely were throwing it for them.
I don't think they were experts at all. They look like just kids from the community. They were like, they came down from the Y, the rec center. It's like, hey, y'all want to play road tennis? And they're like, okay, yeah, we got these Americans. Apparently they're on some race. I don't know. Maybe it's amazing. Yeah. And I don't know. But they had no idea what was going on. They're just there just to have some fun. They made a couple of bucks. It's a good day.
Mm-hmm. It was a good day.
It was a good day.
There was like varying levels of confidence, and I was always amazed at the fact that everybody was asking them like, "Are you good? Do you suck? You're wearing glasses, so like you're not going to be good." And then what's it? Shane and what are their names?
Juan and Shane,
yeah. They came in like a wrecking ball. Like, I want your best guy.
I want your best challenger.
Yeah, it's like, why would you do that? I want your worst. Who sucks?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, who's the dumb? Who's like? The thing is, like, none of them were like fat. None of them were short. They were all like tall and lean, and none of them swung. None of them like actually, because they're paying them a couple bucks, right? These kids to come play.
That's why they did it. Yeah.
Play. Where are we? Barbados. What would it be?
Barbadian sounds.
Barbadian Mario Tennis.
Yeah.
Barbarian?
That's what I was gonna make a joke at. I don't know what is
I don't know. Interesting.
It was Conan from Barbados, because I don't know if you guys heard this episode, but Rihanna was from Barbados.
All right, now I can say this. Danny and Angie deserve to lose because one, Angie didn't even know who Rihanna was. That is a big foul. And Danny's like, I love her music. Couldn't name a single thing. It's raining outside. Umbrella, brother.
Umbrella.
Ella,
I mean, like, come
uh,
on.
If he busted that out and he just be like Ella, 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 A, and then or maybe even like the remix with Chris Brown. I mean,
my question: where was Rihanna? Don't tease me, and then it's like, come on. I want Rihanna.
probably doing something fun.
Neighborhood. I was very confused. Is this just like does someone live in the house?
I guess.
It's probably like a monument now.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like a nice house in the middle of their neighborhood that's like the same as the other
It's
house.
100% refurbished.
It's like a museum.
Yeah, probably.
They literally had signs when people were looking around. It was like, go to Rihanna's house that way. Follow the yellow wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Follow the
that
yellow brick road.
beautiful mural they had that said like Rihanna Drive was gorgeous.
It's
Who
a nice
paid for
house.
that?
It was a nice house. We should look it up on and see what it was on Zillow.
On Zillow. It's not for sale.
I mean, maybe like what about
It's
like
it's a
on the street,
landmark.
on
Okay,
the
it's a
block? Even
landmark.
if you lived on the block, you could be like, "Hey, I live on Rihanna's block."
I bet you their property values skyrocketed,
Yeah.
right? Nobody's selling anytime soon. All right. This stays in the family.
I think those are very cheap houses in that neighborhood. I think that is a
I mean, maybe in comparison to us, but as far
yes,
as they're concerned, those are the good houses.
Disneyland. It's like
Yeah.
visiting Graceland,
Good for
except
them.
for
Good for
Barbados.
them.
Yeah, I mean, people had different levels of things. Again, not to mention Team Walla Walla. It turns out mom was a tennis coach. That worked out pretty decently. A few of them did struggle. Like Letitia was slow. It took Letitia a while.
I'm honestly surprised that the kids didn't let her win immediately.
That's what I was thinking. I literally wrote that. Why
They
didn't they
probably
throw?
didn't want her to win immediately because
Yeah, because they wanted her to stick around. Honestly,
Yeah, we want to keep her
that
around.
makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Ooh,
They're playing the long game.
those kids are slick.
Yeah. The longer
They're smart,
we
man.
draw this out, yeah, the longer she stays.
My eyes are up here. Yeah. So I mean, we did mention Mario Party. We did get a Mario Party and a Mario Tennis so far. So pretty good on Mario. If you ask me. Let's see. The route info was to go to this is where things start getting interesting. Long Bay Beach. Ricky and Caesar start to panic. They get lost, but then they recover pretty quickly. I think that the key with them is that like if they feel like they're lost for it seems if they feel like they're lost for like a block or two, they just pull over. They don't. I haven't seen them wander far.
They're not
too
wasting
much.
any time.
And some people like go on the interstate. I don't think I should be here.
Go to highway.
Or they're just trapped in like an endless loop of the roundabout that Team Walla Walla was.
Wait, so I know we've talked about this. Obviously, everyone knows what happens at the roundabout and stuff, but like now I'm thinking here, like I'm taking out other teams' camera crews. I'm flattening tires, right? Like I'm bumping into them like Home Alone and getting their plane tickets mixed up, right? Like I need these camera people out. Like they've opened up a can of worms here by like kind of revealing this to us here. It's a little twisted metal coming. Revenge for Walla Walla. Nobody there is going to care about that. They're all happy. They're gone probably.
Yeah, like I'm sure they're happy they're gone, but it is still concerning because like you that's a whole extra layer to this race that I never really imagined. Like I never thought that they would also have the pressure of no matter what decision I make as I'm racing, I have to make sure they can keep up with what I'm doing. They can keep up with this decision. That plays into some of your decision making if that's a part of it.
Yeah, I would just always thought they were in the back seat.
I think
Right,
why
like
couldn't you give him a bigger car?
Yeah, driving around in an Escalade.
So dumb.
Right.
I think the spirit of the rule is probably if for some reason you're trying to actually ditch your camera crew for whatever reason. Maybe you're trying to go off.
Maybe like you
Yeah,
can
go get like
that.
yeah, exactly. You're in, exactly. Go pick up something and stuff. So like ditching your crew is a no, but your crew just never driving in New Jersey is not a reason for you to lose.
What if we find out the crew is like she drives like an absolute idiot and we would have either died or stayed on the course and it just like
quarter mile at a time, Brian.
Well, right. That is the other layer to that because again, there was a lot of honking when she made the decision that separated.
There's
them.
always honking.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I need to see like on Judge Judy. I need like a topographical view of this roundabout. We probably can find it. Not very big. I'm gonna look after the show. I'm gonna look up this roundabout. I'm gonna do some traffic analysis. Stay tuned next week. We call that a tease in the business, people. Everyone be holding your breath for the traffic analysis coming.
I want your full analysis. I want to see lots of numbers.
It's a topographical map.
Yeah.
Okay, so after Rihanna's house, you had to go to so the detour was actually something worth talking about here. You either could do the seaweed clearing or the fish pot building. Obviously, how things went, it went exactly how I thought it would go. Why wouldn't you just pick up the seaweed?
I agree.
Seaweed.
I thought that so much like dumbheaded moves here. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it at all.
I have to agree. Like I am a like grade A fat boy, but I still would have done the seaweed clearing. Like that.
You don't have to run.
Yeah,
No, just go at your own pace.
take the wheelbarrow down by the water where the beach, the sand is not hilly. I mean, like it's not.
Right. It was
Also, there was no
two
rule
and a
that
half
both-
wheelbarrows.
No rule that both people had to run either, right? So like if you have one person that's way more fit than the other person, you load up and you make them do the wheelbarrow.
I thought about that too. I could be the person over there. I could be getting the pile together
Ready.
as you're dropping it off. Right. We're set.
We're playing
to go.
Overcooked, basically.
Yeah. Basically, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Yes,
here
yeah.
for the seaweed.
No, they all wanted to get their building a basket merit badge.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
bloody
exactly.
fingers. Like, what are they? What are we doing? The judge on the fishnet that was great. He was just like, get the fuck
Be
out
gone, wanna be.
Sucks.
I was literally thinking of Space Jam. Be gone, wanna be. Be gone.
Yeah, I love that. Just like the flick of the wrist on his like, get this shitty trap out.
Right.
Was
Like
just
just disgusted. How
and when
dare
somebody,
you?
I think when Rodman Letitia got it, he's like, finally, I was like, this guy is awesome. Like they need to have like an all-star of all these people meet up and just like perform their thing over and over again and just
They're
Yeah,
sometimes the most fun parts.
they are
pilots were the only one that were smart.
Yeah.
It's a big
Yeah.
move, guys. Like that. They're a good team. They're fit, right? And if any of these final challenges, especially towards the end, or something that lean their way, we're big. Like I said, we're huge fans of the boyfriends, but like having those guys now in that first group with you, I definitely think it changes the race.
It does.
The Ricky and Caesar have also had a lot of challenges that they're really good at, like singing. There's been a ton of singing, a lot of dancing. Like there really hasn't been one where it's like very taxing yet.
Really, Ricky or Caesar's dad was like a welder or something, right? Like had worked in a weld. Like it's like things have been falling pretty deep.
Yeah,
Again,
that's
like
why I
they're
feel
doing well. You got to still do it, but
because we still haven't had the one with the needle in the haystack challenge, which may be next week, and that probably could be the equalizer.
the needle in the haystack challenge is them looking for the camera crew. That should be the first challenge, first roadblock next week. We need these people. Like we don't know where they are. They've gone off the grid.
Right, I'm scared that I'm gonna get disqualified. I have to come in last now, so I have to go find my camera crew first.
First of all, I'm turning that as soon as the first time I call them, they don't answer. I'm turning my freaking walkie-talkie off and going. Tell me at the finish line, Phil. At least come tell me. Not gonna radio me and tell me to stop driving around until they figure out where you are. I have no phone, no way for you to know where the hell I am. Like, are you nuts? Told them to stop. Pull over in the middle of Barbados. Yeah, just sit there. An old woman and a skinny kid who should be on the show still.
Right.
Silence. Okay, the pit stop was Hastings Rock, and we said Ricky and Caesar getting that $7,500 a piece. It's a nice, an easy, quick. You're like, I like that. Brian, as you always do, give us the order of finish.
First, sorry, hold on 1 second. My kids are crying. First place, Ricky and Caesar. Second place, Juan and Shane. Third place, Amber and Vinny. Fourth place, Yvonne and Melissa. Fifth place, Rod and Letitia. And eliminated Angie and Danny.
Your kids found out about Walla Walla and they're upset.
Nah, they're not crying about that. They could care less.
Overall, though, like, where do we like as you're leaving this episode? Like, where do what is like what do you think? Like overall thoughts? Like, what are you like your main point? Like, obviously, everyone knows what my main point was.
About Walla Walla?
No, just over this episode in general.
Oh, that was fine. I'm fine with the outcome. I'm okay with it. So it is what it is.
I mean, it was a fun one. I'm not okay with the outcome. I think it's kind of crappy. But I'm watching this and I'm just, when is the COVID hit? Right?
No, this isn't COVID. This is like bad transportation season.
Oh, I thought the whole story was like somebody got COVID, it started to spread, and that's why the season got
No, they had the COVID
Oh.
season. No, this is like apparently like their charter plane like ditches them or something.
Oh, all right.
It's probably the camera crew.
Well, I was waiting for the virus.
You've been waiting for an outbreak this whole season.
The whole
That'd be kinda
season,
badass.
right? So I keep saying like,
It's
what is
actually
coming? Like,
wonderful.
what's going on?
Yeah, 'cause that one season had the resurrected teams, which was cool.
Yeah. That was
What's
cool.
his name? Coach Taylor couldn't come back. Or
Oh yeah, Coach Taylor, the guy who ended up, he had the season. Oh man, that was a good flashback for Coach Taylor.
was that a first season? Was that a first season?
It may have been first or second.
First one we
It's
ever did?
second at like latest. You know what I mean? It definitely was early
I think it
for
might have been
sure.
the first one.
Never forget your first unless you do 47 other things and then you just never remember anything anymore. Except that there should be justice. But this is a cruel world. So sometimes things happen. Yeah. So we are covering CBS Reality Wednesdays. We did a review, this crew, of the most recent episode of Survivor. We actually really liked it. We are covering everything and anything reality TV as far as us. Everything is at the Reality Guys, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Kyle, what do you guys have going on?
Much of the same, except much less. We just do Big Brother Canada and the Challenge All Stars 4 on Thursdays. 8 and 9:30. We're live. We like to hang live. So come tell us what you think in the chat. And we do Survivor 46 Mondays at 9. Well, let's stretch that pod.
Good time. Live is wild. So
yeah, live is a different thing.
But for myself, Brian, Kyle, everyone at the team, thank you so much for watching. Peace.